we go. Great. Hi, it's Sarah, your friendly neighborhood prevention specialist. It is a little after 1 o'clock. I was having a few issues with my internet. It is May 7th. It's a Thursday. So if it's Thursday, that means it is time for classes for grades 9 through 12. A couple of programming notes. I look a little crazy today because I am outside with my dad for most of the day working on fixing up my front porch on my house. If you live in Western Washington like I do, you know that you have to kind of take those opportunities, those sunny days when they come along. So you'll probably hear a lot of noise as well. My dad's still out there working. As well, this is our last class in the series. School is winding down, things are winding down, and frankly, my curriculum is winding down. So this is the last class in this series. I may do more online instruction in the future. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. But I can tell you that I have had such a wonderful time with you guys. I love hearing from you. I love being here for you. And for you graduating seniors, my heart is with you as you go on to trade school or college or work or whatever it is that wherever it is that life is taking you. I'm very, very excited for you. So this is our last class, and this one is about self-esteem. So we're going to dive right in, because if you live in Western Washington like I do, and it's a sunny day, you probably don't want to be in front of your computer all day. So, all right, self-esteem. So what is self-esteem? Well, basically, it's how we feel about ourselves. It's not how others feel about us. It's not how others view us. It's not how we want others to see us or how we want others to view us or feel about us. It's how we feel about ourselves. How do we feel about ourselves? When we're first born, we have loads of self-esteem. We think of it like a bucket full of water. The water is the self-esteem, and your bucket is full. When you're a baby, you're ready to take on the world. You're ready to learn how to walk and ride a bike and learn how to read and all the things that you do when you're growing up. But life comes along and sometimes puts holes in our self-esteem, and then it puts holes in that bucket, and our self-esteem starts to run out. It flows out, and the next thing we know, our bucket is empty, and we have all kinds of negative thoughts about ourselves, and we see ourselves in ways that are just not right. They're just not true. You're all amazing. All of you. You're all beautiful and smart and funny and amazing and creative. All of you. And that negative self-talk comes from that bucket being empty. So what puts holes in that bucket? Well, big things like bullying, sexual assault, any violent assault, domestic assault, and that bullying can be in person or online. It can be from a friend or family or just people at school. And then, of course, there's all kinds of things that happen in our lives that can really put holes in that bucket. And we do it to ourselves. Like I said, that negative self-talk, those things that we say to ourselves can really drain our self-esteem. But the good thing is there are ways to plug up those holes and to fill yourself up again. A lot of us are givers. We love to give and we love to help. And volunteering for a local nonprofit, doing something in your community, is a super fabulous way to help shore up your self-esteem. But you've probably heard the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't pour from an empty pitcher. And it's true. If you are feeling depleted, if you're feeling empty, you don't really have anything to give. So we are going to talk about tips and ways to kind of help plug up those holes and shore up your self-esteem, because you all deserve to have really wonderful, healthy self-esteem. And that will help you through life to overcome challenges. There will be all kinds of challenges that come your way. And if you have healthy self-esteem and you can look at those challenges with humor and resilience and move past those, you'll be better. You'll be better off. So all of the materials I have today are on Google Classroom. And if you want to print them off, you can. The Google Classroom code is KABRX, the number 2, and the letter T. KABRX 2 and the letter T. If you can't print them off, that's perfectly fine. It's totally okay. We will go through them all right here. It just might take you a little bit longer to have to do these on a blank piece of paper. So the first thing that I want you to print off and or do is called Self-Esteem Personal Inventory. All right. And this is just kind of a personal inventory for you guys. The first is I like blank. You fill in the blank. I like. Could be anything. I do not like. I am good at. I am not good at. I am good at this subject, but I do not like it. I am not good at this subject, but I like it. Okay, now these are going to get into activities. I like blank. So what activity do you like to do? I do not like. I am good at. I am not good at. I am good at this activity, but I do not like it. I am not good at this activity, but I like it. Do you prefer being involved in individual activities or group activities or both? Now, this one's about relationships and friends. I am generally well liked. Yes or no? I am generally not well liked. I have a group of friends. I prefer having 1 or 2 friends. I am a leader. I am a follower. I prefer people who like the same things I like. I prefer people who like different things. These are all kind of yes and no questions. I have the support of significant adults in my life. I have the support of a group of peers. This last part is about food preferences. Food. I like to eat blank. I do not like to eat blank. I do or do not eat a balanced diet. So for most of the time you eat a balanced diet, you would say yes. If most of the time you don't, you would say no. All right, this next and last section is on relaxing. I relax by, and then you would say how you relax. I like relaxing alone or with other people. After this activity, I always feel calm and peaceful. So again, these can be, there's no right or wrong. This is all you and how you do things. Some people get kind of hung up like, I am not good at this activity, but I like it. So for example, I love to sing, but I'm not good at it. And that's okay. It doesn't stop me from singing. I am good at this activity, but I don't like it. So, for example, doing the dishes. Maybe you're really good at it and you get the kitchen nice and clean, but it's not your favorite chore. You don't really like it. So like relaxing. After this activity, I feel calm and peaceful. Maybe it's yoga, maybe it's running, maybe it's meditation, maybe it's playing a musical instrument like the drums. But I want you to fill this out for you. And then the question I want you to ask yourself after you look at this inventory is this somebody who has healthy self-esteem? Is this somebody who has healthy self-esteem? And if your answer is no, that's okay. We can work on that. Yeah. So the next thing is just called self-esteem. And something I'm going to have you do, see, at the bottom of this, there's a big blank spot. And at the bottom of that, I'm going to ask you to write an affirmation. Again, if you can't print this out, it's perfectly fine. You can write this on a blank sheet of paper. But I'm going to ask you to write an affirmation. Okay, what's an affirmation? So it's something that you say to yourself that is affirming, that is positive. We have a wonderful person who works at Beyond Survival, where I work. Her name is Andrea, and she's an advocate. Now, the advocates that work at Beyond Survival are amazing superheroes, in my opinion. They're amazing. They help people who've been affected by sexual assault. They help people go to court. They help them go to the doctor. They're there to provide a listening ear and support, and to help people become thrivers. And I just think they're amazing. Anyway, Andrea is very little. She's kind of short, and she's very teeny. She's very petite. She's very, very little person. But she is tough. She's tough, and she's incredibly smart. So her affirmation is, I'm little and I know my stuff. So when she has to do something big, like go to court with a client, or go in to do a doctor's appointment with somebody, those can be big, scary things for anybody. And so she will say to herself 3 or 4 times, I'm little and I know my stuff. I'm little and I know my stuff. I'm little and I know my stuff. And then she's ready. It's like a pep talk that you give yourself. And your affirmation can be anything. Like, I'm funny and I enjoy making people laugh. It can be something short, like I am capable, or I am enough. Because you are. You're all capable. You're all enough. But I want that affirmation to be about you. So think about that as we go through these next things. So this, if you can't print it out, that's okay. We're going to go through each of these things. My best friend is, then write down who your best friend is. Sometimes I wish I could. The thing I fear most is, today I would like to. I'd really enjoy. I feel my future is. I gain strength from. I would never. I was really happy when. I love when. I struggle when. I believe that. I get angry when. Today, I fear that. Today is going to be. I hope that. I thrive when. So thrive meaning that you do very well. So in a time in your life when you were really, like, you were figuring it all out, you were doing really well. If you're in sports, you were doing awesome. You were getting good grades. Everything was clicking. So that's what it means, thrive. I thrive when. Today I would like to. I secretly enjoy. I don't like to admit. Today I believe that. So I want you to fill those out for yourself, because hopefully this will help you, along with your personal inventory, look at all the facets of yourself. There are many, many facets of yourself, and they can all be amazing. You're all creative. Some of you will say, no, I'm not artistic. I don't play a musical instrument. You're all creative in your own ways. Whether you create with food or words or art or music, you're all creative in your own way. And you're all capable. You're all capable. Please don't listen to that voice in your head that tells you that you're not good enough. I have no idea what's going on outside, but I know my dad is working on my front porch. Okay, so a few tips on helping shore up your self-esteem. When you find yourself getting really frustrated with yourself or an activity that you're doing, take 2 or 3 deep breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in the good and breathe out the bad. Give yourself a little time and a little grace. Give yourself a little break to think about it and go back to the issue. Other tips, and this one's my favorite, talk to yourself like you would your best friend. If your best friend came to you and was like, oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. I'm so stupid. I'm fat. I'm ugly. I'm incapable. Any of the terrible, terrible things that we say to ourselves, what would you say to your best friend? What would you say? What advice would you give your best friend? Give that to yourself. Be your own best friend. And it's going to sound really weird at first to some people, but it works. Another tip, and we do this in my house, if somebody says something awful about themselves, then somebody else will say 3 nice things about you right now, go. And you have to say 3 nice things about yourself. And they can be anything, like, I'm funny, I'm smart, I like my hair. It could be anything. I'm capable. I make great fried chicken, whatever it is. So let's talk about this last printout called What Real Self-Esteem Looks Like. Okay. This is not a question thing for you to answer like the other two are. And it prints off kind of dark, but that's okay. I would love for you to put this up somewhere where you're going to see it all the time. So let's go through all of it. What real self-esteem looks like. I'm flexible in responding to uncertain situations because I trust myself to respond well and succeed. Trust yourself. You know what is good and healthy for you. Even if it's not what's your best, most healthy life, if it's not the best, most healthy life for someone else, that's okay, as long as it is for you. What I do reflects what I say and what I believe in. A lot of times our self-esteem runs out when we're doing things that don't match up with our core values. If you're doing something that you know doesn't match with a core value, it's going to hurt. It's going to feel bad. So sticking to the things that you believe in. I'm comfortable being calmly assertive and sticking up for myself. Calmly assertive and sticking up for yourself. For me, being alive is a fun adventure, and I'm open to new experiences and possibilities and the unknown. Because really, right now we're all in a very unknown space. We don't know how to do this global pandemic thing, and that's okay. It's all right. We trust in ourselves that we will get through it, and we will get through it well. I speak honestly and openly about my accomplishments and my faults because facts don't bother me. We all have accomplishments. Let's try that again. We all have accomplishments and we all have faults, and that's okay. Something I would love for you to do is to set up a win board. So this can be like a vision board that you've done for school. I want you to write down, you can write it down on a piece of poster board and keep it up in your room or in a journal. But I want you to write down your wins. And what do I mean by wins? Okay, so that means, for example, well, I didn't know how I was going to teach online, but I figured it out. So I'm going to count that as a win. I taught online, or I taught, I enjoyed the 3 weeks on resiliency, whatever it is. Your wins could be like, I made the track team, or I got a personal best at discus or whatever. I'm so not sports oriented. I'm not sure why I keep using sports analogies, but I got a good grade at school, or I helped my folks today. I'm getting. Some people are like, "What do you mean a win board? What? I haven't done anything." So I ask them, "Who here plays a musical instrument? How good were you when you started versus how good are you now? I bet you're a lot better." So that's a win. That's what I mean by wins. Write down your wins and celebrate your wins because you deserve to. All right, we're going to move right along here. I am open to criticism and I'm comfortable acknowledging my mistakes. Criticism is like when somebody close to you, a parent or a teacher or somebody says, this is what I saw and this is how I think you could do it better. That's criticism. Somebody who wants to see you do something better. That's criticism, not just people saying mean things. I am comfortable giving and receiving compliments. This is such a hard one for some people. And when I teach this in a classroom, I tell kids, turn to somebody next to you and give them a genuine compliment. It doesn't have to be anything big, but a genuine compliment. And just the person getting the compliment, just say thank you. So that's your other homework. You're going to write an affirmation for yourself, but you're also going to just say thank you. So for the rest of the weekend, whenever somebody gives you a compliment, say thank you. Don't argue with them why you think they're wrong. Just say thank you. Okay, I am not overwhelmed when I get anxious because I know I can handle anything. You've handled it so far and you're doing great. And then the one in the middle. I can't imagine anything better than being me. Can't imagine anything better than being me. And I can't imagine anything better than you all being you because you're awesome. You are so awesome. If you could see yourself through the eyes of your parents or your best friend, through the people that really care about you, you would be amazed. You would be amazed. So I want you to fill those things out and I want you to print that off. Hopefully you can see it every day. So what's your homework? Okay. Your homework is whenever somebody gives you a compliment, just say thank you and write an affirmation, at least one. If you write more, excellent. And keep those affirmations somewhere where you can see them, kind of like your win board. I have a couple affirmations. I am capable and I am enough. And I love those. And sometimes when I'm really wondering, can I do this? I say those to myself. Just like Andrea, I'm little and I know my stuff. And she does. And she's amazing. All right. I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear questions. If you have concerns, if you want to share something with me about a win that you're not comfortable sharing in the comments because it's public, feel free to email me. It's Sarah, S-A-R-A, the letter O, Sarah O, at GHBeyondSurvival.com. So Sarah O at GHBeyondSurvival.com. All right. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but maybe not. I don't know. Okay, you guys, we've been doing this about 25 minutes. It's beautiful outside. So I hope that you get some time to go outside today and enjoy the sunshine, ride a bike, take a walk with your dog, just take a walk, or just sit out in the yard and enjoy the sun. I'm going to go out and finish working on my front porch, and I hope that you have a great day. I have had the best time with you guys, and please remember, be kind and wash your hands. Bye.